Hey everyone, my name is Max at 343 Labs. We're a music production school in New York City, Berlin, and online. Today I'd like to show you a clip by John Selway, one of our instructors, teaching you about variation in techno drums. This is taken from 343 TV, which airs every day right here on our YouTube channel. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe and enjoy.
Open hi-hat, although, you know, what makes it for me is not to only have it on the eighth note in between the kicks. It's these little ghost notes that make it have a rolling feeling. And that's where most of my variation is coming in. So this is actually already an example of the kind of process that I'm talking about today. So it started out, I'm going to break this back down to how it started with just one bar of it, you know, and let's just delete these ghost notes. Right. So it started out like, you know, typical, okay, it works. Is that the right? There we go. Right. So that's easy. Let's crop that. So this is how we started. And then I put in these ghost notes. It gives it that sort of roll. That little in-between kind of sway feeling. Max is asking, can you talk about making cool sounding hi-hats? Am I using groove or swing? Right now, no. Except, you know, Live, of course, has like grooves that you can apply that change timing and velocity. So actually, yeah, I am using groove in that I'm using velocity and loud soft. And, you know, ghost notes are like hitting the drum real quiet. It's like there's the strong beat, and then, you know, already just a plain upbeat open hi-hat is in syncopation with the kick. The kick's the strong beat, right? And then the hi-hat's coming in off on the offbeat in between the kicks, right? We're already off topic, Max. All right. Right. So you have your, you know, simple syncopation of that hi-hat. But then if I put in some very quiet beats on the in between 16th notes, that's adding extra syncopation, and that's changing the groove. I might even do something like this where like every other open 8th note hi-hat is louder and softer. So I could bring the first one down a little bit, and the second one, well, it's all the way up, and then the third one down a little bit. So it's going to be kind of, you know, the first quarter note is quieter, the second quarter note is accented. So that's changing the feel. And that kind of detail in your hi-hats makes such a huge difference in the overall groove, especially with this style of music. It's really important. So anyway, so the ghost notes and the groove thing. All right, let's zoom out and look at a bigger picture. I'm going to duplicate that. And so instead of having a one bar, I have two bars, and then I'm going to make a change. I'm going to create a variation in half of it. I can either simplify the first half or make the second half more complex or just different. So then it becomes an A and a B. So, you know, maybe I delete a note from the first half. Or maybe I don't have a ghost note on the first beat. And that's actually making the first beat of every two bars emphasized because there's an open space there. And duplicate that again. Maybe I'll add a hi-hat so it has a little bit more of a fill-like thing at the end because we hear more 16th notes. Yeah, a little loud. All right, now you might have noticed something. Let's switch gears here for a second. So that's me like taking one bar and turning it into four and making variations and I'm thinking ahead already about more changes over time that make a repetitive groove more interesting and engaging. And so you also probably noticed that the kick drum dropped out there for a moment. I didn't do that myself. Originally, this was just, here's my kick, and originally this was just 1 bar, right? And I took that and well, actually, let's just start over. Let's crop that. And I'm just duplicating that, I don't know, until I have 8 bars. And then just deleting the last kick drum after 8 bars. And then I duplicate it again, I have 16 bars. And I'm going to take another, at the 16th bar, I'm taking out a couple more kick drums, so I have an even longer little small pause in that part. I could take that further. I could go do it again, and then maybe after 2 bars, I have the kick drum drop out for the last 2 bars after 30 measures, right? Let's do something with the clap. All right, so right now, I just have a 1 bar simple clap on the 2 and 4. Let's bring that in at the next change. Let's duplicate that. Let's add in a little extra. And I didn't do it I didn't do it at the end of 8 bars. I did it at 7. Why? I don't know. Just because it's slightly surprising. You think you might want that to happen at a square end of 8 bars, right? But I don't know. Is that exactly how we always do it? Wouldn't it be nice to have little surprising things happen sometimes? I might even do something like this. I'm going to make instead of 8 bars, I'm going to do 7 bars. So what's going to happen is it's always going to shift earlier relative to the 8 bar sections. So this time we're going to hear it on the 7th bar. The next time around we're going to hear it a bar sooner. But why did that happen? This is also always something to be careful about when you're working with loop lengths and start and end lengths of clips in live, is the resolution, right? There's, bar, beat, and 16th note. And I did 7 bars, 1 16th note, which just shifted everything off. It was actually kind of cool because I got another surprise syncopation. But let's keep it simple for now and make it exactly 7 bars. Max Wild is asking, any tips for programming congas for non-percussionists while you shimmy and sway in your seat listening to techno like I am? That's kind of what we did last time. I talked about how you might not be a drummer or have experience programming drum loops. That said, you can still come up with a really cool rhythm on a good set of sounds, mind you. You got to start with a good kit of sounds.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget, 343 TV goes live every day right here on our YouTube channel. And if you want to learn more about music production, come take a class with us or just join our community. You can find more information at 343labs.com or 343labs.de for our German website. See you next time.